guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves for the week preceding May 13th. I really didn't think I was going to get much for books this week, but I ended up I ended up kind of buying a couple and then also getting one for review. So I thought I'd go ahead and go over them. So I'll do that. All right, the first one I got for review is one I'm super excited about, and that is the sixth book in the Murderbot series, and that is Fugitive Telemetry by Martha Wells. This does look like it's a shorter-ish book. I think I went in my book reading time calculator, and it said it would take me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to read it, so it must be another novella. This does come out April 28th, and I got it through NetGalley to review, so I'm super excited about that. I really love this series, and I think that we're actually going to listen to it when we go on our road trip out to the Great Smoky Mountains. We'll listen to the first book. I'm going to get my husband to listen to the first book, and maybe we'll make it through a lot of the series so then I can have a refresher before I read this one. But very excited to read that. And then I did buy a couple books, and these are all kind of different weird circumstances. The first one I bought is because of BookBub, and I mentioned because I did Where to Find Free Books. BookBub is this service that goes and scours a whole bunch of free book sites and tells you ones that are in the genre that you're interested in. Sorry, I'm having a lot of trouble talking right now. And this one caught my attention because the author's name is actually the same as my first name and spelled the same way. And so it grabbed my attention, and then when I looked at it, I realized it was actually a steampunk novel, which I'm a huge fan of. So that is a book by Carissa Laurel. The name of the book is Heir of Thunder, and it's the first book in the Stormborn Chronicles. And this is supposed to be a young adult, steampunk fantasy type of thing with a lot of magic in it and devices and all that. So it sounded really cool, and I got it for 99 cents on Kindle. It was on sale right now because I believe she's releasing other books in the series. So yeah, super excited to get this, and I think it'll be really fun. And then this next one is another kind of weird one. I got this book a long time ago, or my son got this book as a gift a long time ago. And we were going to read it together, but then, I don't know where it went. I never showed it on a Stacking the Shelves or anything because it kind of disappeared. And we were cleaning out. Our coffee table is this antique, chest, and we put a shelf in there. And my husband opened that up this weekend, and there's a stack of books in there that I didn't know was in there. And one of them is this book, and it's one that we started reading together and then never finished. But I never talked about Stacking the Shelves, so I figured I would just say I got it because, And that is The Forbidden Library by Django Wexler. This has semi-okay reviews on Goodreads. As you can see, I started reading it. I think my son thought it was boring. And it's supposed to be a middle grade historical fantasy kind of thing. So I am going to read it, and I'll probably start again because obviously it was lost on the coffee table for a long time. And so this isn't one that I bought recently. It's one I bought a long time ago, but I never added it to my electronic library and never went through the stack of the shelves. So yeah, I'm going to try and read that finally. And the next one is one I actually bought for my son, but I will also be reading it. And that is the, 14th book in the Wings of Fire series, The Dangerous Gift. Again, this is a middle grade fantasy book about dragons. It's actually pretty good, and the books have been broken into sub-series. So the first 5 books is kind of a storyline, and then the next 5 books, and now this is getting towards the third group of 5, I believe, that is a storyline. They feature different generations of dragons. The most recent books have been really interesting because they take place in a different part of the world and kind of tie back into the first 10 books. So my son loves these. I actually had to go steal this from his bedroom to show it for Stacking the Shelves because I pre-ordered it for him. It just so happens he had really aced his math test the day it showed up, so it was really good timing, so I could pretend I was so cool and hey, look, I got you a present for doing great on your math test, when I totally pre-ordered it a while ago. But anyways, he was super excited and will love reading this, and I will be reading it once he is finished with it. All right. And the last one I got is just an audiobook, and that is Midlife Ghost Hunter, which is the 4th book in the 40 Proof series by Shannon Mayer. And I did get this through Audible for audiobook. And I've just really been enjoying this series. It did start out with a little bit too much like man bashing and age jokes and all that, but that's gotten a lot better, and it's just got a lot of really fun characters, a lot of interesting types of creatures, and it's just a really fun read. It's one of those things you can listen to on audiobook and you don't have to like super duper concentrate on it. It's just kind of fun. So really enjoying this series. And it is aimed at like middle-aged women. I think the main character is my age. So that's kind of fun as well. But I think a lot of people of all ages who enjoy like paranormal urban fantasy would probably enjoy this. So that is what I got. So not a ton, but there were 5 of them. So I thought I'd go ahead and go through them. I am going to be posting a tour of my bookshelf on Wednesday. So that will be upcoming. I do not think I will be doing a stacking the shelves next Saturday, just because we are going to be taking a road trip to the Great Smoky Mountains and doing that for spring break. I did find out though that they're having like a big St. Patrick's Day party for 4 days in the town we're staying in. So I don't know, maybe that's not good timing. We did it because we thought it would be quiet, but maybe it's going to be crazy. I don't know. We're trying to plan the trip as safe as possible, so we are going to try to just drive out there, and we're renting a house, and we tend to get up pretty early, so we'll probably get up early and try to hit the hiking trails early and then come back to the house. And we're bringing a couple PlayStation 4s and an Oculus Quest along so that we all have something to kind of hang out, and a whole bunch of board games as well. So we all have something to do at the house. So, yeah, so I think it will be fun just to go somewhere else. I know it is a little bit controversial right now to travel, but we are trying to do it in a way that is as careful as possible. We were looking in like both the area we're going to in Tennessee and the areas we're traveling through are also under mask mandates. So we feel pretty comfortable wearing our masks and stuff. And I know some members of my family were a little concerned about that, but yeah, so hopefully it'll go okay. If nothing else, it'll be an adventure. And the good thing about doing a road trip is if stuff is not going okay, you can always just turn around and come home. So yeah, other than that, we are actually getting a thunderstorm right now. So hopefully it hasn't thundered since I started recording, but it was thundering earlier. We got super, super warm earlier this week. For this time of year, it was actually 70. And then the temperature dropped back down to the 50s, but it's been raining all day, which this time of year, rain isn't a bad thing to get because we have a lot of like sand and stuff on the road from all the sanding that happens when it's icy out, kind of builds up on the roads, and the cars are all pretty gross just because of road spray as the snow is melting. And so my car looks cleaner now than it did at the beginning of the day because I drove it through the rain and all the sand and crap got washed off of it. So hopefully that, and when it rains, it really helps to melt the snow faster. So we can actually see most of our yard now, which I really didn't expect to have happen for a couple more weeks. But we know we have not moved the snowblower out of the garage into the storage shed because we know we're probably going to get one more huge snowstorm, because we usually do in March or April. But we're all tentatively hopeful that things will stay relatively snow-free and be warmer. So yeah, that's about it. Other than that, not a lot going on here. We're still waiting to be vaccinated. Hopefully that sounds like that will happen earlier than we thought. They're thinking probably April, May-ish. So that's good. My son does start going back to school full time without any distance restrictions between the kids when we get back from our trip. So that'll be end of March. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of worried that we're all going to get sick with COVID just from him going back to school full time and not having any social distancing in place. But if that happens, that happens, I guess. As I've mentioned in previous videos, he was getting a little down on things, and he has been, even just going back 2 days a week, he's been like a completely different kid. He's so much happier and more talkative and bubbly, and just he's like a different child. So going back to school has been really, really good for him. And I think going back full time will be amazing for him as long as we all don't get sick. So the state of Minnesota is requesting that everybody with kids get COVID tested every 2 weeks once they start back full time. And so we'll have to see how that all goes. I don't know. I guess the schools carry COVID tests as well now. Anyways, it's been an interesting time, and I will be very happy when everybody is vaccinated and we can get back to a little bit more normalcy. I was just telling my husband and son, I think that the thing I'm most like right now, I'm just tired because everything is so much work to plan. Like, it's just not easy, right? Even like tonight, we wanted to go do Pokemon Raid Hour and we were going to stop and get dinner. And it's never just like stop and get dinner. It's like, okay, where do you want to get dinner? Okay, well, let's pick up a Panera. All right, I got to get the app up on my phone and we'll put the order in. And when are we going to get there? And okay, let's go pick it up. Well, we don't want to eat it in the restaurant. So we're going to bring it back home now anyways and eat it there. And it's a lot of planning to do anything. And it's just exhausting, I think. So anyways, other than that, I guess that's all I have to say. I hope you guys got a lot of great books this week and that you are doing some wonderful reading. I will talk to you on Wednesday. Again, I post videos every Wednesday and Saturday, except for maybe next Saturday. And the Wednesday video is usually something a little bit different that's book related, while the Saturday is usually a stacking the shelves. All right. Well, hope you got some great books, and I will talk to you on Wednesday. Bye.